Shalom. I start out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone, citations to those that pushes truth, called to folk comes of the earth, all faith, truth, and sincerity. Alright, this is the brother. I'm on the bar from the Birmingham Camp, Alabama GMS. I don't know, get the sentence going to this article I ran into about about the stock market, with the stock market crash again, and future prophecy, which I don't get the scriptures going to about this. Yes, the stock market will crash again, but when it crashes, it's gonna be the worst crash of all crashes, that happened, in the U.S. Once that crash comes, that's the end of the dollar, the U.S. dollar, things gonna drastically change, It's gonna go from a dollar to digital currency, which that digital currency gonna be the MOTV, which is in Revelation 13:16, RFID chip. That's gonna be the new currency to come, once the stock market, crashes, the great stock market crash happens, that's when, you're gonna see, that MOTV be pushed, amongst the people. You ain't gonna be able to buy or sell, assets, your money, and so forth when it happens. But I'm gonna get into the article. And it says, it's more of a question of when than whether. Well, matter of fact, it's more of a question of when than whether the next crash will happen. Between war in Europe, inflation in the United States at 40-year highs, and backups at the ports making a mess of supply chains. There's a lot going on for investors to worry about right now. Any one of those problems could cause turmoil in the market. All three together provides a key reason that investing has felt a lot like walking on eggshells lately. Even if the market has staged a bit of a comeback in March. No, this was the last month in March. This article right here. So they saying, the situation's going on, with the you got the supply chains, the boats, the ships and stuff like that, and they can't, they're having a hard time getting the supplies in, and got a situation with Russia and China, the U.S. going back and forth, U.S. putting sanctions on Russia, and that's causing, uncertainty for the stock markets, for the markets, man, because, trade, trade between Russia and, U.S. and China, so, like I say, that great stock market crash is gonna happen. Could it happen this year? Possibly, we'll see. But read on. With that backdrop in mind, the answer to the question of whether the stock market is going to crash again is simply yes, it will crash again. The real question, however, are when will it crash, and what can you do about it? Yes. So hey, this article, telling you, he said, yeah, it will be another stock market crash. And that's according to scriptures, that great stock market crash is gonna happen. The one that, like I said, the dollar will be done away with. You ain't gonna be able to access your credit cards. Cause eventually, like I said, the new currency is gonna be the MOTV in Revelation 13:16. RFID chip. And there's nothing you can do about it. Once the crash happens, hey, you gotta make a decision on the hour of temptation and taking that MOTV, cause all hell gonna break loose. Once that happens, if it happens when the stock market crash, however it goes about, or it happen, all hell gonna break loose before that, or gonna break loose when it happens. But we know when it goes down, that hey, it's over with, You know, we definitely at the end. We at the end now, but you know it's over with. You know, once this dollar, you know, done away with here in the U.S., you know, all hell gonna break loose, man. You know, you can't access your funds or this or that. You know, you're gonna have stores. You know, digital currency. You know, let's say your credit cards might not. You know, your credit cards gonna go out eventually. Like I said, the MOTV gonna be what's gonna be the new currency. You know, that's what these elites are pushing now. Yeah, pushing towards the MOTV to be the new currency and to be mandatory soon. You know, that's what's coming. You know, because you see all these other countries are ditching the dollar, the U.S. dollar. So how much more here when it happens here? Once, you know, like I said, that stock market crash, and I said the dollar ain't gonna be no good. You know. So I'm gonna get some scriptures going to this. Zephaniah 1:10. And it shall come to pass in the day, saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate and a howling for the second. You know, because you had to start the first stock market crash. You know, it happened. I think it's like 1929, something like that. It was around that time. Then you had the second one that happened 2008, that housing market crash. That happened 2008. You know, you know, it had a lot of investors and people messed up. You know, yeah, people killing themselves. You know, and, you know, when that happened, I know when it happened. You know, 2008. I was still, you know, in school at the time. You know, when that happened. So, but reading on, and a great crashing from the hill. So you're gonna have the third crash. You know, which gonna be the great crash, and the great stock market crash is gonna happen. And one day, you know, hey, it ain't gonna be no, you know, ain't gonna be no no trying to revive, you know, the U.S. currency or the dollar. That's gonna be done away with. You know, it'll come to a point you're gonna have to make a decision on taking the MOTV. The MOTV, which is Revelation 13:16. You know, that's gonna be the new currency that's coming, man. That's what they, like I said before, that's what the elites are pushing. You know, they push for that MOTV, the RFID chip, you know, to be mandatory, you know, soon to come, you know. So with that, you know, I didn't want to miss too long. I want to go into that and bring that out, you know. So again, I like all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahshai, by Hashem, Kakadash, to the apostles, elders, to the sister brothers, to the few Aqua sisters. Do listen, keep the faith. In Yahshai, keep fighting with that. Say shalom.